All right, here's the list of stocks. I'm going to be starting out the day trading tomorrow at GreatStockPicks.com. WLT, just a watch list, by the way, guys, but WLT starting to get that shape to the downside. We talk about shape all the time in our room. If you loosely connect the tops there of the candles, right now you can see the shape change. You can see the volume. That's what capitulation looks like. Now, is it going to bounce tomorrow? I don't know, but this has to be on watch for a bounce play tomorrow. BTU just being in the same industry, and if you go out on the weekly, the 2008 Carnage took you down to 16 bucks right here. We're very close to that now, so I've talked about this in a previous video. You don't have shape change or anything yet, but if WLT bounces, I have a feeling BTU might also give a play. And then different kinds, those two are stocks that are really beaten up and kind of accelerating, or either near long-term support or accelerating in the case of WLT. To the downside. Both of those are on bounce watch. They're in the same industry. Now this is a different kind of bounce play. It's a strong stock. Had this huge gap up 3 days ago, and you can see the days are starting to get narrow. So you had gap up, big sell-off, and since the gap up, we have not broken our early high. Okay. There. Sorry about that. I had to switch it to take the extended hours off of there, so you can see the gap up. And this is what I always look for when I'm considering a bounce play after a gap up. There's the opening high. The opening, these are 15-minute candles. The opening 15-minute candle of the day of the gap up. Okay, then there's that big sell-off. Then the next day, there's the opening 15-minute candles high. You notice, look to the right, never broke it that day. Then today, whoops, there is the opening 15-minute candles high. And we're starting to go sideways. So we didn't break it today either. Tomorrow might be the day. This is a good one to have. When I say bounce watch, it basically means I'm looking for a potential long tomorrow. And SWY, I think 20% short, so that's a good candidate for a nice move tomorrow with the proper setup. GCI, a little bit stranger of a chart, but you do have a couple bottoming tails indicating buying coming in this area between 24 and 25. So this one also, if I go to 15s, the gap up day, it did take out its own high. But then you'll notice the next day, there's the opening 15-minute candle high, and then today the opening 15-minute candle high. So another good candidate for a possible maybe afternoon break to the upside. These don't cost you anything to have on a chart. This is a very strange chart here, but it makes nice moves. MYGN had this huge move up to 38 and ended up tanking the rest of the day, the next day, and today. You're nearing some support here. A lot of trading here to the left. You have support at 26. That used to be resistance back here. So this one is interesting now. I'll show you right. There's the resistance at 26. There's support, resistance, and now coming back down to that area again. So 26 area is definitely worth watching. And MYGN also lands on our bounce play watch list. LYV. Again, more like SWY or GCI, a strong stock, and now you've got 3 red days in a row. Let's go to 15s. All right, this was an afternoon push that one day, and actually we caught this one right there that day as one of our Tokyo trades. But anyway, the next day, opening 15-minute high. There's the opening 15-minute high, but it went straight up for about 40 minutes or so. So it's still, you notice it basically hit its high in the first hour. I'm not that strict about it being the opening 15-minute candle. The point is, these are hitting the highs near the opening bell and then trailing off all day. So it's done that now for two sessions in a row. We haven't had an afternoon break to the upside. So again, LYV goes on watch. YGE, interesting as a potential long. Look at the volume today, almost 12 million shares and above a lot of recent trading. So this one could have a continuation day tomorrow. And VPHM, my final one. Big volume today and some crazy action, but these are the kind of plays that the next day you can get a really nice move. Once you get the big pop here and then it starts into that grind, it's almost like the HFTs can get a hold of it, but the next day it can kind of break free again. So VPHM worth watching. And that's it, guys. I'm going to add some stocks in the morning when we see gappers or big volume moves in the first 5 or 10 minutes. That's a great way to build a watch list for the day as well. So I'll quit babbling. That's what we're going to start the day with tomorrow, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night.